let's imagine this. You're flying your Harrier plane around with your friend, strafing villages or something, and you run out of fuel. And you're going down. And there's nothing you can do about it, so you quickly eject from the aircraft and are saved by a parachute made out of wool. This could be the new reality of Minecraft. If you just downloaded this mod. That's my legs. Hey, it's the Obsidian Horse here, and today we are looking at, let me switch myself into creative, the mod MCHeli. MCHeli, as you can see, is Minecraft with helicopters. Let me get back over there for a second. Sorry, I was a little short with my pause button there. I just recently changed it and have not gotten used to it. But this, I killed myself, that's why it says that. This could be your new reality of Minecraft right here. Flying giant, let me turn my render distance up. I turned it down since when I first loaded the world I was getting some bad FPS. Because there's so many planes spawned in here. You could have all these helicopters your own. All these planes. You could be flying a B-2 Spirit and bombing your friend's base. You could land in this. You could carry tanks. You could land in the middle of the ocean. You could fly a B-29 and bomb somebody. You could pilot any of these aircraft. You could fly some crazy F-15 futuristic thing. Or just a normal F-15. Which is way over somewhere. Where did the actual F-15s go? Now I want to find them. Did I forget to spawn those in? I might have. Whatever, we're checked out. There's the real F-15. But this mod is called MC Helicopter. It originally started out as, I think, a 1.6 or 1.4 almost mod for adding helicopters to Minecraft. And slowly they've evolved and got more developed. They added aircraft. Then more aircraft, then more aircraft, and they added ship guns, anti-aircraft missiles. Then they added boats. Then they added tanks, and I won't ask. But these things, I mean, you could be driving these around every day. You could be shooting your friend's base with torpedoes. Or this thing. That would be awesome. Protect yourself from anti-aircraft. This is a great multiplayer mod. Shoot down your friend's aircraft. Shoot your friend. Shoot your friend's base. Pilot a boat around. All of this is multiplayer compatible. Most of these aircraft, like this right here, sits like 6 people, and each person can be manning a gun. Oh, I can be here. Not that. I don't want to start the propellers. I could be. Let me click it right. Just right. No. There's a way for me to get on those. Let me get inside. What if I just want to? I could just sit here. See, I could carry all these people as troops, and then they could jump out the back of the aircraft here, which I can raise if I go way up here, and if I can click correctly. Let me try to figure this out. See, look, from this cockpit, I was able to fold these rotor blades back and like tilt that to the side so it'll fit in smaller areas. And open this up. So in mid-flight, you can have people waiting back here in these seats. And then when the time comes, they can just hop out of the seat and jump out the back of the plane. Imagine this. Just imagine it. It's amazing. We could be flying these little things. And pictured here isn't the drones, since the drones have to be spawned from those stations. Which is where I spawned the Harrier you saw at the beginning. And the crafting is actually very simple, though expensive. So let's get started just looking at all the aircraft, and then I'll kind of go into the crafting, because this will kind of get you more into it. So we have this is the MASH helicopter, actually. The same helicopter from the TV show MASH. Some of you might have watched that. But just painted differently. It's the same helicopter. This is the same thing with floats on it. Some crazy. See, this is multiplayer. Like, someone can sit here. Or, like, that one isn't. But there's a couple other of these are. Like, this Cobra. Huey Cobra. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Someone can sit. Look, both of these open up. Isn't that... I mean, look at the modeling on this. This is amazing modeling. They took so much detail into account. Like, Flans mod. Sure, it's cool. but they're just blocky. They did not go into this much modeling to open these. Like, I could sit back here. I could sit up here. I mean, look at that. It's amazing. And if you put this on like a server with a large group of people on it, this would be so fun. I would play your server and do so many videos on it. You wouldn't even believe. But, I mean, look at all these. And like these ones, you can have, I'll just be back here manning our 50 cal while other people are up at the front. Let's shoot up this helicopter here until it explodes. Oh, we made that one explode. Now let's wait for our gun to cool down and make this one explode. This will be fun. See, you can see it starts smoking right there. That means it's coming close, and then I can just blow it up. See, imagine this on a server. Like, you have some guys on the miniguns guarding it, and you can just like, oh, enemy aircraft coming in. See, wouldn't this be like an amazing thing? I mean, this would be. I would love your server. I'd name it Best Server 2016. I'd love it. It'd be amazing. You'd be rich. But we have. I'll show you how to fly the helicopters in a minute. Right now, I just want to walk down all these. I mean, look at these. Look at the extensive modeling of the door. Like, on one of these over here, these doors actually close, I'm pretty sure. Let me get in the cockpit. And we have, I can go to gunner mode, weapon mode, camera mode. This is also awesome. Look, I can change, oh, now we're at night vision. Now it's a black screen. But I can emit flares, I can hover, I can switch to a gunner. I can dismount with Y, but that doesn't work since it's shift. But, I mean, look at all these. The Huey over here with our crazy 7.62 millimeter that's going to make that go boom. See, I mean, look, can you imagine this? Like, your friend's piloting the aircraft, and you're trying to take some supplies to like a base, and the other aircraft's coming in, you can just shoot it down or something. You could emergency response, use these to protect bases. This is amazing. If someone figures out how to launch a server running this, I don't know if there is, but I'll probably be looking it up right after this video. I'd fall in love with that server. Right here we have an F-15. This is these fly over my house a lot. In fact, I saw one at the airport. That's why you guys might be wondering, I didn't record any or publish any videos from last week. Sorry about that. I completely forgot to tell you. I had to take a trip down to California for a week. I would have done a video on it, like about me leaving. Completely forgot to. But these bombs and rockets, they actually fire. Like, you're actually dropping bombs and shooting rockets off when you're in flight. I'll fly this in a little bit. For now, let's look at all the rest. We have F4 Phantom right here. Notice a lot of people in NBC built these. We have F-22s. F-14 Tomcats. Yes, these wings actually. Why did I get in the gunner seat? I want to get in this seat right here. Pilot. Let's see. I have fold wing. Z. Baboom. I just folded the wings on this. That's overpowered. That's amazing. We have a. Boom. We have a B-29 over here. And you may think, haha, these are cool looking turrets. Yes, they're cool looking turrets that you can, if you click right, get in a couple of them. But I'm not good at bombs. I'm not good at more bombs. I'm not good at clicking. Let's see. Click. I believe I just mounted this machine gun. Why is there a sheep? Yep, I mounted the machine gun. There's probably some way. I can't figure out how, I can do everything from here. There's some way to do it. I've done it before. But, I mean, want to see these engines start? Okay. I'll do just that for you. Right there, look. Oh, I did for a second. Let's get back in here. Look back. And look. These are actually... I wonder what happened if I drove through the aircraft. We'll look at some of these. We have biplanes. Whatever that is. Some F-35s. These actually go into VTOL mode. This was just added, a P-51. Let me do that to fix my arm. P-51 Mustang. The canopy actually goes back. This is Glamorous Glen. That was owned by the guy who broke, what's his name, Chuck Yeager, I think. But we have, like, all these. The cockpits slide back. It's amazing. We have this futuristic F-15 here. These crazy wings. We have a crazy Japanese boat. That actually lands on water. Same with that. We have a V-22 Osprey, which can go forward and back, I believe. If I go in here, can I tilt? I have open hatch, and what's normal? Normal F. Let's see what that does. Well, look, I opened the hatch back here, so that's pretty sick. And you can go inside and see all the troop places. But one thing I really want to do, we have an A-10 that fires all that stuff. Crazy crop dusting. This thing, I would love to own this plane. I mean, like, this is actually realistic, like, not crazy military plane. I couldn't be able to own that. I couldn't own an F-15. But this thing would be awesome to own. I mean, let's just hop in the C5 here. Wait, how do I pilot this thing? Where do I pilot it? Oh. Whoa. So we can fold wing. What? This thing is... Oh! Say fold wing. Look what we just did. And I believe it happened. Yes, it did happen in the back also. And if I am correct, you can drive tanks into this. Let me check. Couldn't find anything that said you could park tanks in here. This is my attempt. Just kind of went through the thing. But I don't know. There probably is some magical way that you have to press buttons that I don't know about. Crazy Russian fighters over here. F-18 Hornet. British thing. Harrier / British thing. German thing. I don't know. De Havilland Beaver. Italian. And all the crazy helicopters again. And the Delta Airlines. There actually is a Delta Airlines version. This is Japan, but if you spawn it in, like, each time you spawn aircraft in, or vehicles, their camouflage changes, which is really cool. Like, watch this Abrams. I spawned in this time, and it's like a forest camouflage. I spawn in it again, and it's desert. And if I do it again, like, it switches back and forth. When a couple of these have more, the planes have generally run, I'd say, about 3. I think same with the GTR. White, black, blue, red, white. See? And now I kind of need to drive this around. Just a minute. This is fun. Drift. Can I do... Oh, yes, I can. Oh, and let's keep and brake and jump out. And there we go. But look, oh, now I'm far away because I can change my distance in this mod. Using page up and page down, you can change your third person zoom, which is pretty awesome. But let's look over here. So, for crafting, this is how to craft all this stuff. So if we want to craft a Stinger missile, you're going to need to ignore that, ignore everything over here. Iron, that, just look, and that gets us a Stinger. And this redstone iron gunpowder gets us 2 Stinger missiles. Using that gives you a fuel can, which I'll show you that in a minute. This gives us a targeting designator, which we'll look at that in a minute also. Plop in here. We get a chain, which is used for carrying supplies. What you do is you craft a container, place the container on the ground, click a chain on the container and the helicopter, and then it'll attach it so the helicopter will drag the container. You have a parachute, which you saw me use at the beginning. You right-click when holding it. And we have a UAV station, which is right there. And here we have an M18 smoke, and green, but there's many more smokes, as you can see. There's violet and yellow. Let's just throw all of them since I want you guys to see what they do. And oops. And then look, however long I hold down, it's like I'm charging it up, and then I can chuck it. But generally, if I just spam click like that, it'll just go close. But then we can do green, let's throw some violet, and let's throw some yellow, creating a nice colorful picture. And now that'll die off after a little bit. I don't know exactly how long. But you can also create a drafting table, which is used to craft all the aircraft. We have a portable UAV controller, which is also over there, a laser rangefinder, a wrench, which is used to repair aircraft. You just go up to the aircraft and you right-click on it a bunch of times and it'll be fixed. It also does 6 attack damage. And in here we have how to make a javelin and javelin missile, which is basically an upgraded version of the Stinger. So I think I'll start, let's just place down a drafting table after you've created it, and this is what will pop up. I mean, look at the modeling on this. It's amazing. So you right-click on it, and we have this. This is the most amazing crafting I've ever seen in any crafting table in any mod. Because, look, we have helicopter list. We can choose between all that and see which one we want to craft. And then it'll do that cool thing, showing like the aircraft, since I guess that's what we selected, and shows it being built. And then we can pan around it, yep, like that, and we can go boom. And then, can we zoom on it? No, but just pan around it. But then if we open it again, we have these helpful GUIs that show, oh, if you right click, it fills it up if you have coal in your inventory, or how to craft and fill it up. And there normally is more. Oh, how to use a range designator, how to use a chain, parachute, container, UAV station, the rangefinder, redstone craft, please craft redstone. Oh, and that charges it, and then you can search for things. That's how to use the Stinger, how to sight and see. All of this is really cool. Like, it shows you, if you can just learn from basically watching that, how to create tanks. Shows you the crafting for that. This is and then we select and we just give those materials and we click create and it would give it to us. But let's do a UAV. So this has only a couple UAVs compounded, and I believe they're only, I have a picture over here, just Minuto. It's not a picture, but it's this picture. See, with the UAV station, you can use any of the UAVs, and with the UAV controller, you can only use these two, and that's a portable one. So you can just bring it around. This thing's kind of more of a industrial grade. Let's just select for our UAV. Let's do a helicopter, since those are easier for what we're doing. Let's do something not tiny like that. Come on. Where's it? It's a bell? No. Come on. Here we go. Let's do a fire scout. So I plop in this, and then this is the coordinates of where it will spawn in to my position currently. So it'll spawn 20x in front of us, 1y, whatever that direction is, and the same z. So just plop it in, and there it goes. So as you can see, we're right in front of it. And now what I'm controlling it, and if I go out of a certain distance, I will no longer control it. But I'm going to fly upward a little bit and put this plane in the hover mode. So like right here, hover mode. And now I'm going to exit the aircraft. So we, with our Stinger, can right click, lock on, fire. Boom. And now it's coming down. Now imagine doing this like with, that went to text since it wasn't a vehicle. But like with your oh, there goes Jimmy John flying above the base and his helicopter. Let's shoot him down. See, that's just, and this you can put, I believe, in night vision. I just don't know how. I mean, hi. I have a Stinger missile in my hand. I think that means something. But that's just basics of UAV stuff. Why did I just throw away something I need? Now, this range finder, this is actually pretty useful for just other stuff, not necessarily MCHeli. If I hold right click, it does this, and I can see, oh, that's 36 blocks from me to the block I have selected. To the top of that right there, that's 73 blocks. Let's see, I wonder if I move it up or down. That's 58. Oh, it stays the same. It's just horizontal distance. But it won't go off aircraft. It won't, because I have it set to monster mobs. Let's see. I can set to mark point, and let's say we want to make the top of that building right there a point. So I just right click, and now it's going to be there, like, and see those marks. That shows where the point is. I think it stays there almost forever. It might go away at some points. I don't know. I don't think there's any point in the ammo box besides the fact that it looks cool. Like, that looks cool for being around your base. But now let's look at how to fly helicopters. Let's select let's select something with actual rockets. I love the Bell Penetrator. And then for our aircraft, we'll fly like, I don't know what that is. We'll just fly like a B-29 and oh, we have a C-130 and a Harrier. But after you craft these, it'll give you this right here. I just walk up, and if I right click with it, it would normally get rid of it, but since I'm in creative, I keep it, and it spawns it in. I just walk up, I right click, and I plop in it. Sometimes you might have to right click twice to open the door, but I mean, that's pretty awesome. You can just, by pressing W, you can see this little gauge down tier-ish. You can kind of see that circle going around. That's my mouse controls where I'm pointing. But if I just hold down W, if I let go of W, it goes back. But I have to hold down, and that keeps me going up. Now I can put it in hover mode, which keeps me at just, like it says, hovering. I can still move forward and back, or I can just have it and just be tapping W, or tilted forward. And I'm just tapping W a little bit so I don't fly too high. And then I can, by G switches my weapon. I want to use the machine gun, and just by left clicking, right clicking I mean, you can see it being fired down there. Let's sight it on this. Let's sight it on the B2, or one of these F-35s, or the F-15. There we go. And see, that red means we hit it, and I believe that was a rocket. Not entirely sure. Let's test by going. Let's see. Was that a rocket I fired? Oh. Yes, I think it was. Spot monster mob. That's not. This right here. See that box? That means it's made for locking onto aircraft. So it has to be like an active aircraft that I've taken out, and then just like the Stinger, it'll go beep 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 beep, beep, and then I can fire the Stinger. It's the same weapon actually, but none of these are really active that I've used. So to bring it in for another thing, I can access the gunner down here, and he can fire the same things, except he has a slightly better view. But no, there's us. And then let me take a picture. Right, let me try to get a picture up here. One thing I just noticed is, look, we have guns on the bottom of this thing, so that's pretty awesome. And they kind of move when I do that. But for the time being, let's jump out of that, and let's take out a B-29 Super Fortress. Spawn it in, and it's big. So I can just click on the cockpit here, or right click. And if you want to see, if you're doing it in survival, you just reach up, right click, and here we go. I can fire a machine gun forward. But I believe, and also if you want to access like inventory temp, you press R, and this is where I place fuel. So let's say if I have a fuel can, I place it here, and I believe it'll fill it up 50%, or depending on the plane. This one only fills it up 13%. On a Harrier, it fills it up 50%. To reload these guns, I just have to have these supplies, and I click reload, and it puts it in. You can actually have the inventory on. The plane has its own inventory. I have mod options, like I can put this in flight sim mode. Let's see what happens if I do that. It's different, I think. It's probably way different. I don't want to fool with that. Let's just do easier. So I'm just going to slowly, I'm pressing W, and there goes the propeller, starting up, and see that gauge again in the bottom left. It'll show when I reach top speed. Propellers are increasing, and I'm slowly pushing my mouse upward. And there we go. We have lifted off the ground, and I press B, and the landing gear pops up. And now I believe to drop a bomb. Here we go. Let's zoom out here. Oh my god, we are dropping bombs. Let me take another picture for like a thumbnail or something, but let me turn around. Let me just take some thumbnail pictures. As you can kind of tell, I was taking a lot of screenshots. It's got just trying to capture the whole awesomeness of this mod. But boats, work generally the same as tanks, kind of the same mechanics. We have machine guns here that I can take control of, and no, we do not want Twitch broadcasting. Cancel. F5. And let's look at me. Let's pan around to me. I have it way up. And F5 again. So it's this way. I'm in control of this machine gun. And I'm sitting here with the machine gun. Why do I keep pressing F6 instead of F5? But let's... I scrolled too fast. Let's get on our machine gun. And, oh, Huey Cobra. Bye. No, that wasn't... I think that was a bell penetrator. I don't know. What, can I shoot the desk? No. But we have on the back here, I believe... What are these? Can I pilot you? No, of course I can't. We have miniguns. Let's shoot up the Chinook. These overheat quickly. So it's best to fire them burst, just recommending. And boom. I believe I can fire at other boats also. Yep, I can. Let me set the time of the day again. And let's just look at, I just want to fool around with these mechanics. So can I, ooh, no, I want this. I want this. Okay. But mark block, spot player vehicle, none. I want, but I can pilot the boat from in here, which is pretty awesome. But these boats, you can have people walking on them or sitting on the guns or something. This is like a small PT boat. This is a bigger thing with 76mm guns that I don't know how to aim, but they're big and they deal damage. This right here is something that also does damage that it won't let me click on, and it won't let me click on that either. We have our speedboat, which of course everyone needs a speedboat, and we have our Zodiac, and everyone also needs a Zodiac. So oops. But yeah, for those of you, that kind of wraps it up for MCHeli, except we forgot to look at these and these. I'm about to end it. Oops. This is gonna be a long mod review since it's a big mod. We have our giant Vulcan Cannon, which you could protect your base with these, because I mean, oh, ship, I don't care about you. I'll open up on you with this. We have a 76mm gun. Let's see, what do I want to fire at with this? Let's choose the speedboat. Oh. I'm a rapid firing 70... Oh my god, I love this thing. I pressed F6 again. Rapid firing 76mm guns. Tell me that's not awesome. Let's look at this right here. Now, why couldn't they mount that on the tank? We have, this is an anti-aircraft rocket, which we can point straight up if we want to. Let me set some stuff to, oh, we have another little cannon turret. Oh my god, that thing is huge. We have this, which is, yeah, rockets. More rockets. You might not know what this is, but it's torpedoes. This could be good for raiding your friend's base. Yeah, I want some torpedoes at it. You could mine with that. We have no need for explanation here. It's, oh my god, did I just really? Okay, 46 centimeters. For those of you that's 460 millimeters. Let's ooh. Oops. Looks like we have to aim a little higher. Smoke to clear. And let's go right. Oh, let's go far. We have anti-air shell. I guess I'm going to be shooting at air targets with this thing. Seems pretty cool, though. And we have the armor piercing. Which, oh, we killed the tank with it. But then this is just a smaller version of that. This right here is like pretty much explained. That has anti-air shells also. This is a small turret with like range finding stuff. This thing's awesome. Oh, Hi. See an aircraft? It's dead. I mean, like, imagine shooting stuff down at that, and then we have a 40mm. Like, oh, yeah, for your friend's bombing you in a B-2? Sure, shoot him down. No, and I'll just test. Let's just look at the tanks real quick. Then I think I'm gonna end this since it is kind of long, but it is worth it because this mod is worth it. So let's look. Just the tanks here. We have this thing with a big gun that has a really long reload, and I missed, of course. But we have that thing. We have this thing. We have that thing, looks kind of cool. We have this thing and M1 Abrams. Let's see how long your reload is. Seems long. Oh, we have a gauge on the. Oh, we have a machine gun, of course, because who doesn't need a machine gun? And over here we have our KV-2. For those of you that don't know, this is one of the largely overpowered tanks in War Thunder. Boom. That did damage. Has a 152mm howitzer. This thing has a 105mm. It also makes things go boom. It's a pretty nice machine gun. Let's fire one more shot with that. It's a pretty fast reload, and I believe this can carry. I don't know if it can carry troops inside. Let's see, what options do we have? We have camera mode, dismount, free look, brake, space, flare. Tanks can emit flares now. And of course we have a little car. But I think I'll end this video here. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And a link to the download for this mod will be in the description below. And I'll catch you in the next one.